Hi, good evening. So my name is Bev White and I'm a member of Party of Women. So I'm just mulling over the question of, if you attend a council meeting and in the council minutes write-ups, should a council anonymise attendees and the names of residents asking questions? I think one of the reasons that I'm raising this is because on the 28th of October 2025, I attended a town council meeting. I'd noticed that the issue of Tebbets Road toilets was on the agenda. The lease was up for renewal, and I wanted to ask the council if they would review the safety and the privacy and make sure that the toilet met government guidelines and safety requirements, because I don't think they do. And so I attended the town council meeting, I said what I had to say, and then I went back and sat in the public gallery. Another gentleman got up after me and he posed a question to councillors. A couple of weeks ago I went and had a look at the write-up of the meeting, and it says a resident, they, and then it goes to she, and then it ends, the chair assured Ms White that they would look into the issue. And I thought it's interesting because I think it's the first time I've been and spoken in the council that my name has ended in up in the minutes. And after I had spoken, another member of the public stood up and asked the question of councillors. And it's interesting because in the minutes, the identity of this person is anonymised, so you don't know whether it's a male or female speaking, and there's no indication of the identity. And to my mind, so a council, if you're going to anonymise one speaker, then another should be anonymised. If you're going to name the speaker for one question, you should name the speaker for the second question. You've either got to have one or the other. And on a personal basis, I've been raising the question about public toilets in St Neots since about 2022. I think January 2022 I had a first barney with the then Mayor of St Neots Council on Twitter. I've written a number of letters to the town clerk. I've stood in the council and raised issues about the toilets, and not just Tebbets Road, but all the toilets that men are using that are designated women's. So I'm quite happy to stand by my stance, but I do think that if a council is going to anonymise the details of most people who approach, then they should anonymise the details of all the residents who approach. Certainly on the same minutes. I mean, the fact that nobody picked it up when they were writing it out or checking it is interesting. So looking online, it seems that the protocol is not to put residents' names down unless unless it's for a particular question and the resident has agreed to have their name down. Now, I do go in and I introduce myself and say, I'm Bev White, can you hear me? Because the acoustics have been atrocious in the rooms that I've attended council meetings in. But I just find it really interesting. I don't know if it's a deliberate error or an intentional thing that my name was put on. Anyway, what do you think? So should councils put down the names of the residents that are asking questions? Or is that something that should remain confidential and you have no need to know the name unless you were at the meeting yourself? Let me know on a postcard. And I'll just be interested to see what people's opinion is. Anyway, cheers. Night then. Bye.